Hello everybody. Hi. How you doing? So this is gonna be another MTG Arena pack opening stream. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little yeah. That. Seasonal allergies are now in full effect, so I have a little bit of sinus drainage going on. I do have a tissue box on the shelf below this one, conveniently off camera so you guys don't have to stare at a tissue box in the background all the time. But yeah, that box has been there for a while. I just haven't really used it until, you know, today. Here and there before that, but today it's just like half the box is probably gone already. I don't know. Either way, stuffy nose, drainage. I'll probably have to blow my nose on stream, which won't be pleasant for anyone. But I will try not to as best as I can. So, anyways, apparently since last time I did this, there has been an update to the game. So, we've got the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I gave two options that I think it is. Anyways, the expansion is available now. Visit the store to purchase packs and add to your collection. This is not a pack purchasing stream. This is a pack opening stream. I'll be opening packs I already own because I'm not spending money on this game right now. But I guess that does include Jurassic Park stuff. Okay. So, just like the Transformers were in the Brothers War, we've got the Lost Caverns having Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, but I think it's mostly Jurassic Park if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're probably just going to open the Innistrad, plain and simple, 6 packs. And then next time we'll do Brothers War. I really hope they added the Transformer ones to this, because I don't know if it's as valuable now as it was when it came out, because it was one of those huge chase cards. But I have, and this was like over $1,000 card for a while. I don't know what its value is currently, but I don't know how well this is focused on camera, but this, do I have to click away and then hit? That is not the right. Did I program both of those shortcuts as end? What? Never mind, computer things aside. This is the Shattered Glass Megatron foil in as pristine condition as physically possible, because I have literally put it in a sleeve the moment I got it and put it in a top loader. So, and it has this little thing, so if I wanted to remove it from the top loader like an idiot, I can do that. But I'm not going to. Stays in the top loader. I'm not gonna like go and get it graded or anything, but like I just really like. I really like this. This was, I bought it for $20 the day before it went to like 1,000 something from my local card shop. Boy, did my card shop owner regret selling me that card. He's actually the one that told me about it being so high up in value the next time I saw him, which was like less than a week. I was back in there and he's like, hey, like, yeah. He's like, you remember that card I sold you, that Megatron card? He's like, yeah, it's like over $1,000 now. I'm like, what? I think it was like want to say $1,800, like almost $2,000 card. I probably should have sold it, but it has way too much sentimental value. I just like that. MTG stepped into my yard. Like these behind me are Transformer figures. Transformers my thing. Like one that I don't get to share a whole lot of on the internet or with my friends, because most of them and most of you guys, as far as I know, are not Transformer fans. But I'm a huge Transformer fan. And I'm gonna go back to that screen. But I'm a huge Transformer fan, and for them to do that, and the Shattered Glass ones, like I was never into the Shattered Glass comics. I really like the concept of it. But I never really got into it. I do want to get a Shattered Glass Megatron figure, but tracking those down is, yeah. And they're also expensive. Oh. But I really like the Shattered Glass Megatron design. It's really nice, really cool. There are some that I don't like. Actually, quite a few designs that I don't like, and the personalities that I don't like. So I'm glad I never really got into Shattered Glass. But to have that as like my prized position of Magic cards, pretty proud of myself. All right. Anyways, we're not here for Brothers War stuff. We're here for Innistrad today. So we will open our first pack. Alright, and we will, of course, start at the bottom right hand corner and work our way up to the not revealed card. And we will start with Skywarp Scab, which is a 5-drop zombie Drake. I haven't seen a Drake card in a long while. Alright, it has flying. When Skywarp Scab enters the battlefield, you may exile 2 creature cards from your graveyard. If you do, draw a card. Alright, alright. My voice is gonna crack. Lolo. You weren't supposed to hear that. I was trying to mute, but I didn't know I wanted to mute. I apologize. So, I'm glad that this is not a very involved game, especially when I would be streaming it to actually play it. Because in order to access my shortcuts for my OBS controls, I have to click off the game. I don't know why. It's specifically this game that does it. But that's why you heard the coughing and stuff the first go. And I deeply apologize for you hearing that. I may go back in the YouTube editor thing and cut that part out, so those that watch the VOD after the fact do not get subjected to that unpleasant noise. Anyways, I got like this feeling in the back of my throat now, but at least I don't feel like I'm going to voice crack, so we're just gonna stick with it. As uncomfortable as it is for me, it will work. Anyways, moving on. Bloody Betrayal is a 3-drop sorcery. Gain control of a target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. Create a blood token. And then a blood token is a artifact token or token artifact, and you pay 1 and tap it and discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, and then draw a card. Not my favorite thing, but it's cool. More blood! Blood Fountain, a 1-drop artifact. When Blood Fountain enters the battlefield, create a blood token. You can pay 3 of any and 1 black and tap to sacrifice Blood Fountain. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's a pretty cool mechanic. That's a nice resurrection deal. That's pretty good. Break expectations. I guess it's a twofer. Or oh, this one's gonna take a while. Okay. Break expectations is a 1-drop sorcery. Target player reveals all cards with mana value 2 or greater in their hand. You choose a card from among those cards, exile that card. If a card was exiled this way, that player drafts a card from Break Expectations spellbook and reveals it. What? Like there's a spell book spells. Oh, by the way, the scab or whatever was a 2/5. I forgot to mention that. But okay, player drafts a card from Break Expectations spellbook and reveals it. Since when is this a thing? Draft from spellbook. To draft a spellbook, select one of 3 random cards from this card's spellbook and add to your hand. For someone who mostly plays the physical game versus this video game version, how is that gonna work? Or is that just not a thing in the IRL game? Because you would have to know all the things in the spellbook. Anyways, let's go through them, because I guess we get those alongside this one. I guess. I don't know how any of this works, but let's bear with it. Alright, Colossal Plow is a 2-drop artifact vehicle. Whenever Colossal Plow attacks, add 3 white mana, and you gain 3 life. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Crew 6. Milestone is a 2-drop artifact. Pay 2, tap, target player mills 2 cards. That's a pretty nifty one to have. Whirler Maker is a 3-drop artifact. Pay 4 and tap, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. And there's no showing what that looks like. Okay. Magistrate's Scepter, a 3-drop artifact. Pay 4 and tap, put a charge counter on Magistrate's Scepter, and then you could also tap, remove 3 charge counters from Magistrate's Scepter, take an extra turn after this one. That's pretty handy. Replicating Ring. It's a 3-drop snow artifact. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color. At beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on Replicating Ring. Then, if it has 8 or more night counters on it, remove all of them and create 8 colorless snow artifact tokens named Replicated Ring with tap to add 1 mana of any color. That's really good. And that's a 3-drop. That is early game and then boom, helps in the late game. That's really nice. Did I mess it up? Yep. Alright. Raiders Carve. It's a 3-drop artifact vehicle. Whenever Raiders Carve attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield tapped. Crew 3. Oh, it's a 4/4. Some of them have the toughness and power and stuff, and I forgot to make note of that. I'm not going back now. It was on the screen. You guys could read it. Okay. Weapon Rack is a 4-drop artifact. Weapon Rack enters the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters on it. Tap to move a +1/+1 counter from Weapon Rack onto target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Alright. Relic Amulet is a 2-drop artifact. Whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard spell, put a charge counter on Relic Amulet. Pay 2 and tap. Remove all charge counters from Relic Amulet. It deals that much damage to target creature. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Orazka Relic is a 3-drop artifact. Ascend. Which it doesn't tell me what that does. I can't think of it. Anyways, tap to add a colorless mana, or tap sacrifice or Orazka Relic. You gain 3 life and draw a card. Activate only if you have the City's Blessing. Oh. Okay, that's weird, but alright. 50 feet of rope. Well, alright. A 1-drop. Climb over. Tap. Target wall. Can't block this turn. Oh. Tie up. Pay 3 and tap. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Okay. Rappel down. Pay 4 and tap. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, that's got to be from the D&D. Or like an off branch, because pay 4, sacrifice treasure chest, roll a d20. If you roll a 1, trapped, you lose 3 life. 2 through 9, create 5 treasure tokens. 10 through 19, you gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. And nat 20 will search your library for a card. If it's an artifact card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Leather Armor is a 1-drop artifact equipment. Equipped creatures get +0/+1 and has Ward 1. Equip cost is 0. Activate only once each turn. Oh. That's really weird. I've never seen a 0-cost equipment. Like a 0 equip cost equipment, not a 0-cost equipment, because it's still 1-drop card. But you know what I mean. Spiked Pit Trap is a 1-drop artifact. Flash. Pay 5 and tap. Sacrifice Spiked Pit Trap. Choose target creature, then roll a d20. 1 through 9, Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. 10 through 20, Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. Create a treasure token. Okay, so 1 through 9 is 5 damage to a creature, and then 10 through 20 is still 5 damage to a creature. And a treasure token. Okay. And the last one, Ginger Brute. That looks god-awful. Is a 1-drop artifact creature, Food Golem. Makes sense. Has haste. Pay 1. Ginger Brute can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. Pay 2 and tap. Sacrifice Ginger Brute. You gain 3 life. Basically eating the thing. And it's a 1/1. Okay. Finally moving on to Kindly Ancestor / Ancestor's Embrace. Is a 3-drop creature spirit that turns into an enchantment aura. It has lifelink and disturb cost of 1 colorless and 1 white mana. And it's a 2/3. But as an enchantment, it's aura. Enchanted creature has lifelink. If Ancestors Embrace would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Ah, okay. Siphon Essence, a blue card that deals 1 tokens. Interesting. It is a 3-drop instant, counter target creature or planeswalker spell. Create a blood token. Not bad. Soul Stealer Axe is a 1-drop artifact equipment. Equipped creatures has trample. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, seek a card with mana value equal to that. Seek a card with mana value equal to that damage. Equipped to. What does it mean by okay? Seek. To seek a card, put 1 at random from your library in your hand. But okay, so put 1 at random. But it also says with a mana value equal to the damage. And what if you don't have a card that's equal to has a mana cost equal to the damage? This seems very oddly specific. I don't know if I would ever use a card that like seems that odd. I mean, of course, in Arena, like it's a lot easier because then it just be like, bloop, here's a card that matches those things, the criteria. Or if you don't, then I don't know what'll happen. But like in like once again, the physical card game, I don't know how this would work. Because to seek a card is to put 1 at random from your library into your hand. You have to put 1 at random from your library in the hand that has a mana value equal to the damage you just dealt with a creature that, or yeah, with a creature. I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay. For those of you that don't understand why I don't understand, here's the thing. Okay, let's take the Skywarp scab in the bottom right hand corner for instance. Okay, so we'll equip it to that, and we swing for we swing for 2 at an opponent, and they don't block, or they don't have anything with reach or fly, and they can't block. It deals 2 damage. And then we seek a card, and the random card that we put into our hand has to have 2 mana drop. How can it be random and have 2 mana drop at the same time? Like the mana cost is like you have to randomly get a card from your library and put it in your hand. You can't control how much the mana cost of that card can be. But it says it with a mana value equal to that of the damage. So like in this instance, it would be 2 damage, 2 mana. But you can't randomly draw, like of course you can randomly draw a 2-drop card. But you don't have any control over that. If it says random, it means random. But like this has a qualifications, like it has to have 2 mana or however many damage you did with the creature to the player. That doesn't work. In Arena, it can, because then the game will just be like, okay, before we even pick random, we're just gonna sort out all the 2-drop cards, and then here's one of them. Like the game can do that for you, and it still can be random, because you are not picking the card with that information. Because in order for you to find the physical card that has 2 mana, you have to literally shuffle through your library and then put it in your hand. That's not random. That's decision. That you decided what card. That can't be random. Or in this video game version, the game can know what cards to sort through and give you one of those at random, and thus for it can work out that way. But I don't see, like, as long as there isn't a physical copy of this card out there, I guess it's fine. But the logic behind it is very, very flawed for anything other than MTG Arena or MTG Online. Just saying. I know I just wasted a whole lot of time rambling about it, but it just, these cards to me need to make the physical card game sense for to like register in my head like that. Because once again, I play the physical game a lot more than I play this. So that's where my mind goes. It's like, wait, you can't do that. That would technically, you wouldn't be random. You would be cheating. And then I just like, okay, the video game can just make it random and the correct amount of mana cost for you, which is fine, I guess. But I still have complaints. All right, leave me alone. All right, last one is Tireless Angler, which has its own spellbook. So here we go again. For some reason, I'm really glad I don't have Innistrad. Is that what the little golden symbol is? Is that Innistrad? I really want to know what that little golden symbol is at the bottom of the card. Because I've been calling it the primo version or premium version of the cards because a lot of times I get one that has it and is like costs less or does extra stuff. And then there's the one without it that doesn't. Or in like one case it was a higher cost, like by one. But yeah. So any of them that have this little symbol right here at the bottom, I've been calling the primo versions or whatever. And these packs so far don't have like the parallel, like, okay, here's the regular and here's this version. So I don't know what all's going on with it. I don't know what the symbol means. If someone in comments could tell me, I'd very much appreciate it. But at this point in time, I don't know. And my only guess is that it's like Innistrad or something like that, like something special edition or whatever. Either way, the Tireless Anger is a 3-drop human rogue. Whenever a island or swamp enters the battlefield under your control, draft a card from Tireless Angler's spellbook. The first one is a 7-drop called Fleet Swallower. It is a fish. Whenever Fleet Swallower attacks, target player mills half their library rounded up. It is a 6/6, by the way. Tireless Angler is a 2/4. Fleet Swallower is no joke. Like, yeah, it's a high cost card, but holy cow. When it attacks, I don't even think it has to hit. Like, it doesn't say when it deals damage to a player or a creature. It just says when it attacks. So the target player mills half of their library rounded up. That's crazy. That is just straight up bonkers. Wow. Alright. I don't know how you can top that. Moat Piranhas. It's a 2-drop fish that has defenders, so that means it can't attack, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Mystic Skyfish is a 3-drop fish. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Mystic Skyfish gains flying until end of turn. So basically, if you have a thing in play that makes everyone draw twice each turn, or if you play a card that has you draw a card after your draw step at the beginning of your turn, then it gains flying until end of turn. Anyways, Nadir Kraken is a 3-drop. Kraken is a 3-drop Kraken card. I mean, it's probably not that great, but like, you'd think a Kraken would be a powerful card with a high drop, but I guess not. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1 mana. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on Nadir Kraken, create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. A tentacle creature token. And it's a 2/3. Okay, so it's not very buff. And it's actually pretty good because like it is a low drop that you can put counter. It has its own mechanic. Whenever you draw a card, you can pay 1. You can get a 1/1 counter on it. And you get a 1/1 creature token on top of that. So you can army build with this. For a 3-drop. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Pouncing Shore Shark. That is nightmare fuel right there. It is a 5-drop Shark Beast with a mutate cost of 4 and flash. Whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. One moment. I have to mute a chat real quick because my watch is vibrating constantly and it is a distraction from the stream. It is a Pokemon Go group chat, so once it pops off, it pops off. There's no stopping it. I gotta mute it. Anyways, whenever this creature mutates, you return target creature opponent controls to its hand. Okay. It's a 4/3. Sea Dasher Octopus is a 3-drop octopus with a 2 mutate cost and flash. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It is a 2/2. Spined Megalodon is a 7-drop shark. No, it's a Megalodon. I know they're practically the same thing, but one is very distinct in size and time period. But I'm not here to criticize Wizards of the Coast on their biology or genealogy or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Anyways, it has hexproof. Whenever Spine Megalodon attacks, you scry 1 and it has 5/7. That's actually pretty cool. It's not like super amazing and it is a high drop card, but it is pretty good. Especially like I like cards that have hexproof on it because it's like, alright, it's come out, it can fight, and I don't have to worry about it being nixed by anything other than just fighting. So. Stinging Lionfish, enchantment creature fish. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, you may tap or untap target non-land permanent. That's a 2/1. Voracious Great Shark is a 5-drop shark with flash. When Voracious Great Shark enters the battlefield, counter target artifact or creature spell. That's a very interesting counter card. Like when it's flashed, it can be played like an instant. So instead of playing like counter target creature spell card like cancel or something like that, there's a whole array of counter cards in the blue mana card selections. This has got to be the most expensive that I've seen, and it's a creature on top of that. So you play it. You can play it like an instant counter a target artifact or creature spell, and then boom, you've got a beefy creature on the field. Not bad, not bad. Archipelagore. Oh. A 7-drop Leviathan has a 6 mutate cost. Whenever this creature mutates, tap up to X target, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Alright. It is a 7/7. That's a beefy one right there. Serpent of Yawning Depths. An enchantment creature. Serpent. Krakens, Leviathans. I'm gonna say octopi, even though it says that. I'm pretty sure it's octopi, not that. And serpents you control can't be blocked except by krakens, leviathans, octopi, and serpents. It's a 6/6. That's actually pretty cool. It's a 6-drop. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. But, yeah. Wormhole Serpent. It's a 5-drop serpent. Pay 3 colorless and 1 blue mana. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. And it's a 3/5. Sigiled Starfish. I've seen this one before. I think I might have it already. It's not impressive, but it's an okay starting practically defender because it doesn't have any attack, but whatever. It's 2-drop starfish creature and it's tapped to scry 1, which is nice, I guess. Riptide Turtle is a 2-drop turtle. It has flash and defender. And it's a 0/5. Ruin Crab. Or, yeah, Ruin Crab. Is a 1-drop crab. Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3 cards. That's something I would use. It's 0/3, so practically a defender. Okay, that was it. That one. That took a long time for that one pack. We may not get through all of them today. Alright, real quick. Okay, and that's okay. The only one that has a spell book that I can see without revealing the last card is one we've already done. So, this one should take significantly less time. Fierce Retribution is a 2-drop instant with cleave 6 cost. Destroy target attacking creature. Alchemist Retrieval is a 1-drop instant. Cleave 2 cost. Oh, okay, so just so you know, cleave, because I forgot to mention this with the other one. The cleave cost means you cast a spell for that cleave cost, and then you can remove the bracketed words from the effect. So, if you pay, what was it, 5, 6, if you pay 6 to play Fierce Retribution, you can destroy target creature instead of target attacking creature. Alchemist Retrieval is a 1-drop, or in this, with the cleave cost of 2, return target non-land permanent you control to its owner hand, or you cleave and it's just return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Diregraph Scavenger is a 4-drop zombie bear with Death Touch. And for those that don't know what Death Touch is, it is on the screen there. It says any amount of damage a source with Death Touch deals is to a creature is enough to destroy it. Basically, no matter what, it will kill anything that it like is blocked by, or like it blocks. So let's say you have Diagraph Scavenger and the opponent has a creature with 110 as its power and toughness. If he attacks with that, or you attack with the scavenger, the Diagraph Scavenger, if that attack is blocked, either way, the opponent's 110 creature is going to die. So, I know most of those that watch this will probably already know what Death Touch is. It's been around for a really long time. So, anyways, when Diagraph Scavenger enters the battlefield, exile up to one target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. It is a 2/3. Tenacious Pup. It's a wolf. 1-drop wolf. When Tenacious Pup enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. You get a 1-time boon with when you cast a creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter, trample counter, and vigilance counter on it. Not exactly sure what a boon is, but I'll figure it out, or I won't use it. I don't know. Blood Servitor. Is a 3-drop artifact creature construct. When Blood Servitor enters the battlefield, create a blood token. Is a 2/2 also. Abrade is a 2-drop instant. Choose one. Abrade deals 3 damage to target creature, or destroy target artifact. Then we've been over that one. So, and it's a mythic rare wild card. Alright. How long have we been going for? I think we can get through one more. My nose is starting to get really stuffy. You guys can probably tell. Okay, real quick. Transform, okay. Transform. Okay. So far, so good with no going through an entire spellbook. But this still will probably be the last one of the stream. I try to keep these about an hour long or so. And my nose is starting to get really stuffed up, and I really don't want to blow the nose on stream. I don't think you guys want me to either, so I will not. I will just end it in about an hour, or whenever I get this pack done, and I will blow my nose furiously after the stream's over. Anyways, the first one is Aim for the Head. It is a 3-drop sorcery. Choose one. Exile target zombie, or target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Then we got Syncopate, which has a variable drop instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays the variable mana. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Then we have Ragged Recluse, which is a 2-drop human peasant. At the beginning of your end step, If you discarded a card this turn, transform Ragged Recluse, which transforms into Odious Witch, which is a human warlock. I think it would be a human witch, but that I'm not picking. I'm not picking at it. Sorry. Whenever Odious Witch attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Ragged Recluse is a 2/1, where Odious Witch is a 3/3. Uncommon wild card. Hungry Ridge Wolf is a 2-drop wolf. As long as you control another wolf or werewolf, Hungry Ridge Wolf gets +1/+0 and has trample. And it's a 2/2. Weary Prisoner is a 4-drop human werewolf with Defender and Daybound. It doesn't say what Daybound is, but okay. And it doesn't explain what Nightbound is either. Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, Weary Prisoner is a 2/6. It can transform into 3 different things, apparently. The first one is Wrathful Jailbreaker, which is creature werewolf. Wrathful Jailbreaker attacks each combat if able, and is 6/6 with Nightbound. Oops, sorry. Okay. Related. Okay, day. If it becomes day or night. Okay, no. What? If it becomes day or night, or if a day-bound permanent enters the battlefield, track day-night for the rest of the game. As it becomes day, transform all night-bound permanents. If a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night next turn. Night. Yeah. Okay, same thing goes but the reverse. If a player casts at least 2 spells during their own turn, it becomes day next turn. So that's weird. Honestly, if it was just like every 3 turns or something like that, it switches. Like, that'd be a little bit more consistent, because like you could have day for like the rest of. No, you could have. Yeah, as long as everyone plays something during their turn, like it could be day for literally the rest of the game. Which, that's not how day work. That's not how day-night cycles work. Like, if you want to introduce a day-night cycle to the game, then you're going to want it to go through the cycle throughout the game. Instead of just being like, okay, everyone now avoids not playing a card. Like, play something during your turn, like, before it becomes nighttime. Like, so it doesn't become nighttime. Like, that's not... I don't like that mechanic. Like, sorry. That's my nitpick on the matter. I know it's probably not very valid, but I think it's a good point. But anyways, it doesn't transform to 3 things, it just transforms into 1 thing, and then the other 2 are just day-night explanations, which I wish were right, right here with the gray boxes, explaining the things. But it's fine. Brittle Blast is a 3-drop instant. Creatures and planeswalkers you opponent control perpetually gain. If this permanent would die, exile instead. Brittle Blast deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Not bad, not bad. And then the final card is Antique Collector, which is a 2-drop human rogue. Antique Collector can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. When Antique Collector enters the battlefield, your creatures you control perpetually gain. When this creature dies, you may shuffle it into its owner's library. If it's in your graveyard, okay. When this creature dies, you may shuffle into its owner's library. If it is in your graveyard, if you do, investigate. Investigators create a colorless clue artifact token with pay to sacrifice this artifact or a card, which is right there. Perpetual is perpetual effects that are not removed from cards that change zones. Okay. Alright, we got halfway through the Innistrad deck, and it's quite a few minutes short of an hour long stream, but my nose is really getting congested, and I do apologize for cutting it short because of that. But once again, I don't want you to watch me blow my nose, and I don't think you want to watch me blow my nose. So, and I'm not going to cut away and like do an intermission or whatever just so I can blow my nose, just to come back for another few minutes of stream. So this is just how we're going to end it. Alright? Alright. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, and if you're new and haven't done so already, subscribe. Make sure to check out all the important links down in the description below, whether it be Twitch links or social media links. All that good stuff is down there. And if you want to support the channel directly, you can do so by becoming a member of the channel. You hit that join button. It's $1 a month, just $1. That's it, every month, and unless you want to cancel it, it's fine. Or you could also do super chats and stuff like that during these live streams that I do on here as well. So, with all that said, I will see you guys in the next one. And it didn't do it because I need to tab out of the thing.